Well, hello everyone, and welcome to another edition of You and Me and Multiple Sclerosis. My name is Pam, and I've been living with multiple sclerosis for nearly 37 years. And in that time, I've learned quite a few things that I'd love to share with you. Well, judging from the fact that everybody's getting pumpkins out and putting up decorations for turkeys and all that sort of stuff, it tells me that Thanksgiving is upon us. I don't know how we got to Thanksgiving so quickly. Where did these last few months even go? I heard somebody say it was like a toddler in a toy store. You just look away and whoosh, they're gone. But here we are at Thanksgiving time, which can be a really busy time of year, but maybe this is a good time for us to stop for a while and take stock of what we have in life to be thankful for. I have yet another mug and more tea to share with you. Vanilla peppermint tea, which is one of my favorites. The mug is from San Diego Aquarium, and it reminds me of a trip that my husband and I made to San Diego. I had to go down there for a business conference, and he took the opportunity to go and explore San Diego. I didn't get to see much, actually, except for the convention hotel, but he went to the aquarium and he brought me back this mug. Well, I wanted to talk just a bit about Thanksgiving this time of year, gratitude, how important that can be for us, because when you have multiple sclerosis, it often seems like there's far more to complain about than there is to be thankful for, right? I mean, you don't feel really well and you're not as capable as you remember that you used to be. And it's very easy to focus on that. Your symptoms, how you feel, the things that you had to give up, the things you can no longer do, the things that seem to be a loss to you, the things that are taken away. Yeah, that's understandable, but there's an expression you hear many times, and I believe it's true, that a thankful heart is a happy heart. So today, I think it would be a good thing just to talk a little about the things that I am thankful for, the things and the people. Because the first person on my list is my husband. I am very, very thankful for my husband. And I imagine that many of you are as well, the person that you rely on, whoever they might be, the person who's there for you, the person who makes life easier, the person you can talk to and who will listen and who tries their best to understand, the person who drives you places when you can no longer drive, the person who reaches up on high shelves or hangs up curtains for you, does other chores that are just not really something you can aspire to anymore. I am so grateful for my husband every day. I think he does deserve to head the list. But close behind him are my family and my friends. I feel particularly blessed in the family and the friends that I have. They have been so good over the years, understanding that with multiple sclerosis, you might have different physical things happening to you and maybe even emotional and mental things, but you're still the person that they have always loved. And maybe you need that love more than ever. I really have appreciated how quickly and easily my friends in particular have just kind of picked up the slack for me without even my having to say anything at all about it. And I do appreciate them, and I am thankful for them every day. And speaking of being thankful for things every day, my house. When we bought the house, we didn't really intend for it to be our ultimate home or anything. We were just looking for a place to park ourselves and some of our things when we were visiting out in Washington for a longer time than just a couple of days. Well, as things turned out, we've ended up making this our permanent home, more or less, as permanent as anything is in this life, right? That even though we picked it for other reasons, it's turned out to be the ideal home for someone who has multiple sclerosis. There are only a couple of steps to get up from the street level, and after that, everything's on one floor. Makes life so much easier getting around, taking care of it, keeping it clean. I can do a lot more because this house is smaller. And within the last year, we've even made a couple of upgrades to the house that make it even more adapted to what we need. I have a feeling this winter is going to be cold and snowy, given how the temperatures have been and how much rainfall we've been having down here, which is actually coming down as snow up in the mountains. So I think we may be getting a lot of snow this year, and I'm really, really grateful that we had all of our windows replaced so that instead of the old 1948 single pane windows that were not very thermal, probably even when they were new, but the years since 1948 have not helped them be any more so. I've really appreciated having those. And also, we hadn't really been very happy with our hot water tank that we had. We have a gas on-demand hot water heater, very efficient and really a nice way to go. But the one that we had in the house when we bought it was always a little too small for the usage that we were putting it to. But anyway, it failed on us. So when we got it replaced, we decided to go ahead and get a slightly larger one. And now it's much better. So I feel like we're in really good shape for the coming winter. Well, the final thing I want to talk about is going to seem at first really counterintuitive and strange. But I'm going to say that I am thankful for my MS. Okay, don't cart me off to the funny farm quite yet. I'm not thankful for every single thing about MS. No, I'm not crazy. But since I have this and it's not going to go away, I might as well say, well, what has MS done for me? And what do I have to be thankful for with MS in my life? One thing that's been really important for me is knowing that I really do have friends who love and care about me for myself. Before, I was doing lots of things for people. And you never really know, do you? If you're always doing stuff for people, you never really know. Well, would they still want to be around if you couldn't do those things anymore? Well, MS has put those friendships to the test, and they've passed with flying colors. And I guess I should have known that always, but it's a wonderful thing to have it confirmed. Another thing about MS is that I used to be a very independent person before my MS symptoms really caught up with me. I didn't want to depend on anybody else. I really felt that that would be too scary, too vulnerable, too risky. And so I did everything for myself. I made enough money. I drove everywhere I needed to go. I did everything I needed to do, or I hired it done. Well, MS kind of makes it more difficult to continue with that. You have to start depending on people. And I have found that being a little bit more dependent on people is not that risky after all. It's not that scary. How wonderful it is to know that you can depend on people. So I am very grateful to MS for teaching me that. I could have gone my whole life and never ever learned that lesson, and I would have been the poorer for it. And then in relation to having MS for such a long time, I'm a naturally empathetic person, I think, but even more so now. I understand, or I try to understand, what other people might be going through if they aren't the most pleasant, or if they don't seem to have enough time to stop and talk. I try to be a lot more understanding than maybe I might have been. When I see people walking slowly when they cross the street, when I see people struggling to do things, I'm a lot more empathetic maybe than I might have been. Each of us needs kindness from other people. And MS, I think, has made me a kinder person. And so for that, I am thankful. Now, I think I've mentioned on these videos that I am a Christian. And when I say I am thankful, I know who I'm thankful to. Because when I look at this list of things I'm thankful for, I chose very few of them, right? They just kind of came into my life without my really choosing. And even the ones that I thought I was choosing, I didn't really know all the good stuff that was packed away inside those choices that I had made that would only really become evident to me later on. And that's it. That's my list. I could go on and on and on. But you probably have started to make your Thanksgiving pies, and the timer's probably gone off by now. So you need to get back to your kitchen or just sit and enjoy the company that you have, the friends and family that are gathered. I just hope that you have a truly, truly wonderful weekend. Take care, and I will see you again in my next video.